Greetings, I'm Sean. Welcome to your weekly astrology report. I guess the big news of the week is the Mars Pluto opposition, which is on the 27th of April. I try to keep my videos fairly positive, but this is a difficult transit. Using houses, what I'll try to do is suggest where you need to tread carefully this week. But it's not all bad. There is some positive energy too. The week begins with a Saturn North Node conjunction in Pisces on April 21st, offering a karmic checkpoint. Saturn, the wise old teacher, merges with the North Node of Destiny in dreamy Pisces, encouraging us to walk the path of compassion, service, and spiritual commitment. This is about aligning with your higher calling and learning to build something meaningful out of your soul's longings. On the 23rd of April, Venus joins the North Node, turning the spotlight to love, money, and values. Expect divine encounters, destined artistic moments, and heart-based decisions. Romance takes a turn for the mystical, and finances may flow from unexpected but soul-aligned sources. Then the week ends with a bang, hopefully not literally. Mars opposes Pluto on the 26th of April, igniting a tug-of-war between ego-driven willpower, Mars in Leo, and transformative forces beyond our control, Pluto in Aquarius. This is intense energy, but used wisely, it's a chance to level up, burn away fear, and reclaim personal power. Things can also go wrong if the energy is not used wisely. Think of fights gone wrong, for example. For me, this transit is a little like lancing a boil. Something explodes, but maybe something necessary. We'll all experience this differently. Hopefully on the international stage, leaders will keep their cool. We can only hope. Let's look at each sign to see what the week will look like for you. You're being called into the mystical this week, Aries. The Saturn and Venus conjunctions in your 12th house whisper of divine timing. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring to bring you healing, artistic breakthroughs, and a profound sense of spiritual connection. Now, I know you like to be in control, Aries, but this week is about surrendering to the flow. Trust the unseen forces guiding you towards a brighter horizon. And speaking of bright, Mars is setting your 5th house ablaze with creativity and passion. This could be a momentous week for romance, playful adventures, or even a grand, heartfelt declaration of love. The answers you seek are already within you. My Mars-Pluto opposition word of advice: avoid power plays in friendships and love triangles. This would be a bad idea. This week, Taurus, the cosmos is activating your 11th house of dreams and communities, urging you to build the future you envision. Saturn and Venus, those celestial architects, want you to define your aspirations. What kind of tribe will stand beside you as you ascend? Who shares the sacred fire of your ideals? A fated friendship or collaboration could appear, bringing with it the promise of a shared destiny. Meanwhile, Mars is stirring the pot in your 4th house of home and family. A power dynamic may shift, or perhaps you'll decide to take charge, transforming your physical space into a reflection of your evolving self. This is a time for connecting with your tribe. Taurus, my Mars-Pluto advice: don't let family drama sabotage your career progress. The celestial spotlight shines on your 10th house of career and reputation this week, Gemini. Saturn and Venus are conspiring to bring about a destined shift in your professional life. This is your moment to step into a leadership role, to guide with heart and inspire with your words. Don't be surprised if a mentor or influential figure recognizes the brilliance you possess. However, with Mars and Pluto setting off fireworks in your 3rd and 9th houses, your words, while powerful, could also lead to misunderstandings. Choose them wisely, Gemini. Avoid online squabbles and approach disagreements with grace. This is a time for impactful communication, for your voice has the power to shift perspectives and inspire change. My Pluto-Mars opposition advice: instead of reacting with a sharp, sarcastic comeback, a clapback, which might feel good in the moment but often escalates tension, choose to communicate clearly and calmly. The cosmos invites you to dream big this week, Cancer. The 9th house of expansion is activated, beckoning you to explore uncharted territories. Perhaps a spiritual journey calls to you, or a writing project that's been simmering within, yearning to be shared with the world. With Venus gracing this area of your chart, a romantic connection or creative breakthrough might even present itself from a distance. Meanwhile, Mars and Pluto are igniting your second and eighth houses, bringing an intensity to your finances. Be bold, Cancer, but temper your actions with wisdom, especially when it comes to investments or shared resources. Trust your intuition and make decisions that align with your long-term goals. My Mars-Pluto opposition advice for the week: avoid impulsive buys or financial ultimatums. Get ready for a week of possible transformation, Leo. The eighth house of merging, releasing, and healing takes center stage as Saturn and Venus weave their magic. This could manifest as a karmic soul connection, one that has the power to reshape your understanding of love. Or perhaps, you'll find the strength to finally release a relationship that no longer serves your highest good. Mars, your ruling planet, is in your sign, facing off against Pluto in your seventh house. This celestial clash could bring power struggles in your relationships. But remember, Leo, true strength lies in emotional mastery. Use this energy to assert your needs with grace and authenticity. My Mars-Pluto opposition advice: don't force control. It's okay to share power. Relationships take center stage this week, Virgo, as the seventh house is illuminated by the celestial spotlight. With Saturn and Venus gracing this area of your chart, destiny is at play in your partnerships. This could be a time of profound commitment, of solidifying bonds that stand the test of time. Or it might be an opportunity to release yourself from relationships built on illusions, allowing space for authentic connections to blossom. Meanwhile, Mars in your 12th house may stir up hidden desires or frustrations. Don't try to suppress them, Virgo. Instead, create space for quiet reflection and allow these emotions to guide you towards a deeper understanding of yourself. My Pluto-Mars opposition advice: don't push yourself past your limits to prove a point. This week, Libra, the cosmos invites you to infuse your daily life with sacred intention. Saturn and Venus are blessing your sixth house of health, service, and daily rituals. You might feel guided towards a new job, a lifestyle change, or a renewed commitment to your well-being. Embrace these shifts, Libra, for they are aligning you with your soul's purpose. Meanwhile, Mars and Pluto are igniting your 11th and 5th houses, sparking a wave of inspiration. This creative surge might come from a collaborative project or a team effort that allows you to express your unique talents. Remember, Libra, your environment is a reflection of your inner world. My Mars-Pluto advice for the week: don't let peer pressure dim your unique spark. The cosmos is calling you to create, Scorpio. With Saturn and Venus gracing your 5th house of creativity, romance, and self-expression, this week is your cosmic invitation to let your inner child run free. Embrace playful adventures, dive headfirst into artistic endeavors, and allow yourself to experience the world through the lens of joy and wonder. Now, with Mars and Pluto activating your 10th and 4th houses, you might feel a tension between your career aspirations and your desire for a fulfilling home life. The key here, Scorpio, is to find a way to merge your passions with your public persona. Allow your work to be an extension of your authentic self. My Mars-Pluto opposition advice: stay empowered, not emotionally reactive. This week, Sagittarius, the cosmos turns its attention to your roots, your foundation, the very essence of home. Saturn and Venus are gracing your 4th house, encouraging you to create a sanctuary that nourishes your soul. This might involve redecorating, connecting with loved ones, or perhaps delving into ancestral healing practices. Trust your intuition as you create a space that reflects the depth and beauty of your inner world. However, with Mars squaring off against Pluto in your 9th house, you might find yourself wrestling with conflicting belief systems. This is an opportunity to examine your core values, Sagittarius. What truths resonate with the very essence of who you are? My Mars-Pluto opposition advice: don't preach or judge. Open dialogue brings growth. Your words hold immense power this week, Capricorn. Saturn and Venus are dancing in your 3rd house of communication, learning, and self-expression, encouraging you to speak your truth with eloquence and grace. This could manifest as writing a heartfelt letter, engaging in soul-stirring conversations, or perhaps sharing your wisdom with the world through your chosen craft. However, with Mars and Pluto stirring the pot in your 8th house, you may encounter some intensity around intimacy or shared resources. Problems with debts might stir. This is an opportunity to address any power dynamics that are no longer serving you, Capricorn. Remember, vulnerability is not weakness, it's the birthplace of authentic connection. My Mars-Pluto opposition advice: don't manipulate or overextend. Trust builds real value. Abundance is the theme for you this week, Aquarius. With Saturn and Venus gracing your second house of finances, self-worth, and values, you're being called to step into your power and claim what is rightfully yours. This might involve asking for a raise, pursuing a new career path that aligns with your values, or simply shifting your mindset to one of abundance and prosperity. But be mindful, Aquarius, as Mars and Pluto are clashing in your seventh house of relationships. This could bring some tension to your partnerships, especially around shared resources or power dynamics. The key here is open and honest communication. Your Mars-Pluto opposition advice: avoid dominance or detachment. Meet others halfway. The cosmos is shining its celestial spotlight on you this week, Pisces. With Saturn, Venus, and the North Node all gracing your first house of self, you're experiencing a profound soul glow-up. This is your time to step into your power, Pisces, to embrace your authenticity, and to radiate your unique brilliance. The world is ready to be enchanted by your magic. Meanwhile, Mars and Pluto are bringing their fiery energy to your sixth house of work and health. This could manifest as a surge of motivation to tackle your goals, or perhaps a need to reevaluate your daily routines. Remember, Pisces, your well-being is paramount. My Mars-Pluto opposition advice: watch for self-sabotage via overwork or escapism.